guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a very exciting collaboration video with one of my good friends here on YouTube. Teresa is Dead. Now, I've been following Teresa for quite some time, and if you're not familiar with her channel, honestly, seriously, you're totally missing out because she is so funny. She always has a funny New York City related story at the start of her videos, or she talks about her coworkers. Both topics are very entertaining. I don't know, I just get so much pleasure watching her videos. My favorite Teresa story is definitely the one about the lady that was eating a burrito on the subway and the chaos that ensued afterwards. So if you guys haven't checked her out, I will link her channel as well as her video down in my description box. Please go ahead and check her out and show her some massive makeup savage love. It would mean so much to the both of us. So thank you, Teresa, for collabing with me. Well, this one was inspired by Britt Clark. She's also a friend of mine here on YouTube, and she filmed her mid-year favorites of 2020, and I thought that was such a fun idea. I've never done a video like this before, so I will also link Britt's video down in my description box if you guys are nosy and you want to see what everyone's loving. You should definitely check out those videos because it's really fun. And even though 2020 isn't exactly what everyone's hoped for, I think we've all learned a lot of very difficult lessons. We've all grown as people, hopefully, because not only is there just change happening in the beauty community, I think society as a whole is changing. I think the world is changing. I think people are taking notice of very tough issues that they haven't been confronted in for so long. So even though it's terrifying, I think it's still very exciting, and I'm hoping it'll lead to mass social change in our world and that people will just take the time to be nicer and kinder to everyone as human beings. So I feel like that's my big takeaway for 2020 so far. I've got 20 products that I want to shout out in this video, so I better stop blabbering and let's get into it. Okay guys, so I'm gonna save the eyeshadow palettes for last because you guys know I love a good eyeshadow palette. But I also have some other really fun products. Some of these are like one-offs. I'm really enjoying them, so I thought it would definitely make sense to include them. So I hope you guys don't mind. I've had these brushes in my collection for quite a while, and I really didn't have any use for them. And once I started getting into cream products, I really found so much use for this little brush, and it is the Real Techniques contour brush. This is the perfect brush for cream blush for me. It does not gunk up the bristles. It's easy to clean, and it is so perfect for my little cheeks, and I can get perfect application with these brushes. And honestly, makeup brushes are so spendy that if I can find a decent one at the drugstore, I'm definitely gonna let you guys know. This is a new brand to me. This is COSRX. I kind of heard of COSRX and I was like, yeah, I'm not really into clean beauty, which now in retrospect sounds like such a stupid thing to say because I really didn't know much about clean beauty. And honestly, like, I would buy this whether it was clean beauty or not. This is so good. This is their tinted face oil, and I have the shade 7.5. I feel like a dewy, glowy oil slick when I use this tinted face oil. You guys know I love full coverage. I'm a full coverage bitch, and this definitely changed my mind when it comes to things like tinted face oils. I get decent coverage from it. It lasts all day long because I wear this to work and it lasts through a work day. And once I put everything else on and throw a little concealer on, I feel like I'm bulletproof. You know what I'm saying? So I really love this guy. I love that it's not drying my skin down, and I honestly feel like it's really hydrating my skin from the inside out. And I really love that about this product. So if you guys are really dry, you're gonna love this. I don't know that you'll like this if you're oily because it is very oily. So you might not be able to wear this as well as somebody with dry skin. I love it. So that's my story on that. I went in on Tower 28 products this year. My friend Britt Clark loves Tower 28, and I heard her talking about it. I heard Michelle Wong talking about it, and I was like, you know, what is this Tower 28? And honestly, the product that got me was the lip gloss because Michelle had shown the shade Fire, and I just thought it looked so cool. So I was already curious, and then I heard Britt talk about it, and then I looked them up on Sephora, and they have such a great price point. And then I saw Britt do a video on their bronzers, and I'm like, whoa, they came out with bronzers. And this all happened during the Sephora sale. So the Makeup Savage in me definitely went all in and bought their whole line, which isn't that many products, but I was excited. And honestly, my favorite cream product from them is their bronzers, specifically this one, which is West Coast. Now, I thought West Coast would be too light for me, and I believe these are like $20 or maybe definitely under like $25. They're not very pricey, but it's the most beautiful glowy look, so I love this. I also have the darker shade called Best Coast, but honestly I do prefer West Coast, and I love this packaging, and it's just such a beautiful, easy to use formula. But I love this bronzer so much. And since I'm talking about Tower 28 and I showed you guys the glosses, I'll show them to you really quick one more time. So I have their whole gloss line. I did a collaboration with my friend Britt Clark. We went live on my channel and talked about all the Tower 28 products. I swatched all of them. It's like a 3-hour long video. So I understand not everyone has 3 hours to sit and watch us gab about makeup. But since you caught this video, I want to tell you guys these are the best glosses I've tried in a long time. My favorite gloss formula is the Pat McGrath glosses. These are like half the price, and they're just so glossy and juicy, and I like the colors. They don't show up this bright on me, so even though this red looks really scary, I don't think you need to worry. I could just go on and on and on about how much I love these, so they're just my favorite, and they're so comfortable. They don't make my lips feel sticky or thick or goopy, and also they're $14. Did I mention they're $14? That's such a good price point. I can't get enough. I can't wait to see this line grow. Right now, they're a small women-owned brand. They are carried at Sephora though, which I love. Okay, so since we were talking about bronzers earlier, I had to give a shout out to my girl, Samantha March, and this bronzer. This is her bronzer duo in the shade River, and this was her second round collab with Cleona Cosmetics. And Samantha, if you know her, which you should know her, is much lighter than me. So when I saw that she was coming out with a bronzer, I was like, oh my gosh, there's no way in heck this shade is gonna work on my skin tone. And I was pleasantly surprised. It actually looks really great on my skin tone. It's like the perfect neutral bronzer. So I thought, no way this is working on me. But when I'm lighter in the wintertime and the springtime, this bronzer, oh, it looks so good. I haven't put this on in a while. I've definitely got some color on me. I'm so glad that this bronzer is permanent, because I definitely will cherish this and continue to repurchase this in the years to come. I think this is just going to be one of my go-to bronzers for when I am a little bit lighter, or like when I'm in my winter shade, if that makes sense. Of course, I had to shout out my Kosas bronzer. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm obsessed with this. This is the golden bronzer from Kosas, and this is the shade medium. This came out again during the Sephora sale as well, and it has this beautiful kind of see-through packaging, and this is what the bronzer looks like. I feel like when you see this pan, kind of gives you an idea of what this bronzer is like. It has the most beautiful finish. It has a sheen. It has like a light smell of, I want to say like cocoa butter, and this goes on my face. I feel like a new person. I feel like I grew up on the beach. Oh wait, I did kind of grow up on the beach. I grew up on an island, so it kind of counts, but I'm so pleased that I decided to try this, because like I said when I talked about the tinted face oil, it wasn't a brand I was like actively searching for, and it kind of caught me off guard, but I am obsessed with it. So love my Kosas bronzer. I feel like Kosas was one of those like unexpected gems that I discovered this year. Okay, so the next products are the Kosas blush duos. Now, I haven't talked about these in a while, but my favorite is still the original one I got off their website, which is Helios. This is such a beautiful color combination, and Kosas does this really cool thing where they do an intense version and a regular version of their blush products. So I have all the high intensity versions of their cream compacts, and I love these. I love the formula. Like I said, I was not the one to fucks with cream products, but that all changed in 2020, and now I love cream products. And honestly, these are a little pricey, but they're so worth it. Plus, you get 2 shades. So you get a highlighter shade and a cream blush, which I think is so nice. I was a total Makeup Savage during the Sephora sale and I bought every shade that they have in the lineup, and honestly, I don't regret a damn thing. So. Okay, another cream product that should come as no surprise to you guys. I fell in love with the Glossier Cloud Paints this year. So Glossier was a brand I had tried a long time ago, and honestly, I didn't think it was that great. I tried their face wash and like some of their serums, and then when they started doing makeup, I was kind of like, you know, it seems overhyped. It definitely looks like that model off duty vibe, and I'm more of a, if I'm gonna wear makeup, everyone needs to know I'm wearing makeup vibe, so I didn't go back to the brand. I happened to be watching Kate the Great, and she was talking about how much she loved her cloud paints, and I think she did like swatches or something. Anyway, something she said sparked my interest, and I was like, you know what, let me just try it. And Glossier has these really nice bundle options on their website. So I picked up a cloud paint, I picked up the Super Dew and one of their glosses, and I ended up falling in love with the shade Dawn. So I would love to pick up all of the cloud paints, but I have so many cheek products, so I'm not trying to, you know, overdo it. So I really like the shade Dawn, and since I was blabbering on about Dawn so much, a wonderful subscriber of mine sent me the shade Storm because she said she had bought it and it was a little too dark for her, I think. I have 2 cloud paints and I really like these. Okay, so the next products, I'm so pumped that this was a thing in 2020. This gives me hope for the beauty community and the makeup community because this is Propa Beauty. They're a newer-ish indie brand, and I started off with a non-affiliate code, but since have updated my code. So if you guys make a purchase of these lipsticks with my code, which is KHMakeup, I will get a small commission. I honestly decided to make the switch from non-affiliate to affiliate because I tried these products, I've been wearing them, you guys have seen them in my videos, asked me what these lip colors are, and I've been telling you guys about them, and I believe in the brand so much that I was like, you know what, if you guys purchase these and I can use that money to support my channel, why not? And so I just want to be transparent about that with you guys because in case you're confused, there's a difference between a non-affiliate and an affiliate code. A non-affiliate is where you don't make any commission, but it shows the brand that you guys are seeing me talk about their product and using my code to buy products and gain a discount, whereas an affiliate code is when you guys purchase and they actually pay me a small commission. So just want to be, again, transparent. I have another affiliate code, so I have 2 affiliate codes if you guys ever want to use them. The other one is with Midas Cosmetics. So my code, I always try to keep it the same with whatever brand I get a code with. It's KHMakeup, and I usually list all that information in my description box, but I just wanted to say it out loud once at least in case you guys were wondering. So anyway, Propa Beauty, they came out with 12 shades. This is a woman of color owned makeup brand, and she specifically designed these for women with dark skin tones. And honestly, I don't know if I talk about it as much on my channel, but one of my things with nude lipsticks is I love rusty colored brown nude lipsticks. And a lot of nude lipsticks are not that shade. A lot of nude lipsticks look like this. They're mauve shades, whereas I love a good brown tone lipstick. It's not that I can't wear mauve tones, but I also like the brown vibe. So these lipsticks are just so stunning. I will show you guys a picture of them that I posted on my Instagram, but like these kinds of shades are so stunning. So the brand was really kind and said they would send me their whole line. So I would love to do a swatch party with the whole line if that ever comes my way. I know they're waiting to get restocked, so obviously I want them to fill their orders before they send me the whole collection, but I did buy 3 of them with my own money, and I love these. They're so easy to throw on. They have like a silky satin formula, so they're not like drying or anything like that. They're so beautiful, and I love these colors so much. I love the packaging. I love everything about it. Okay, the next product I want to highlight is this guy by Pat McGrath, and this is her Skin Fetish Sublime Blurring Under Eye Powder in the shade Medium. Now, when Pat McGrath originally launched her foundation, I went crazy and I bought the foundation, the primer, the brushes. I bought everything, and it took forever to get to me. I was so unhappy with my service, and that was like the most money I'd ever spent on like face products, like foundation products or complexion products, whatever you want to call it. And then when we found out she was doing concealers, I was like, you know what, I'm good. I learned my lesson with the foundations. So I skipped when it originally launched. And then she had a decent sale where these were on discount. So I was like, okay, I feel comfortable. I've heard a lot of people say good things. She seems to have gotten her shipping sorted out. So I went ahead and ordered the Duo, and I like the concealer. It's all right, but this powder, like, I just need her to make this in the size of like the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer and I'd be a happy camper because it's so good. It's so good. I'm wearing this powder under my eyes right now. This is a dome and I can already see a nice big flattening of the dome towards the center. Compact is kind of junky. Like, I feel like if I drop this on a hard surface, it would definitely probably break into a million pieces. So I'm very careful with this, but I love this powder so much. It does that beautiful blurring effect under my eyes. People say that about the Hourglass powder formula. I haven't really noticed that on me, but with this, I felt like I was watching like voodoo magic because I was like, whoa, it is actually blurring my under eyes. And honestly, if I was a rich bougie bitch or she would make this in a bigger compact, I would use this to set my whole face. So it's that good. So in the 12th spot is the Hourglass highlighter. OMG, this thing is just blowing my mind. This is their Vanish stick in Champagne Flash. And I received this sometime last month from my friend Amy Loves Makeup, and I wasn't expecting anything from this, to be honest. And I was just like, oh cool, like she sent me a cream highlighter. This is not something I would have bought for myself. It was too dark for Amy, and I put this on my Real Technique setting brush and I just applied it on my face one day just to see what it was gonna do, and holy smokes, this on my skin tone is amazing. And I could just thank Amy all day for helping me discover how much I like this product. It just meshes into my skin. I used to be okay with highlighters that really like sat on top of my cheekbones, but I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. I don't want there to be like a line of demarcation where my highlighter is. This guy, hidden gem. Okay guys, so now we're gonna get into the eyeshadow portion of this video. I know you guys are excited, so hold on to your horses because this is gonna be so fun. I picked out my favorite eyeshadow palettes of 2020 so far, and it was not easy. I feel like I've definitely found some amazing eyeshadow palettes. I think you guys might be shocked. There's quite a few neutrals in here, but we've got some pops of color as well. So let's start off with one that came out quite recently. This is the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. This came out, I believe, in June or end of June, and I was thinking like, what's your favorite Natasha Denona palette that's come out this year? And we have the Love palette, we've got some mini palettes, but this one I just feel like I could see myself going back to over and over again. I just love the simplicity of this. I even packed it to take to the lake because I was like, if I need to do my makeup, if I need to do my friend's makeup, I can easily reach into this and pull out an appropriate evening kind of eye look with this, or even daytime. So I'm really loving this. I love the shade Deep Dive. Holy shit, it's so beautiful. If you guys want to see a review slash like first impressions of this, I already have that up on my channel. So I will try and remember to link as many videos as I can down in the description box. Sometimes I forget to do it because YouTube is my hobby. It's not my full-time job. If I had an assistant or 8 extra arms or 8 extra hours in the day, I might give you guys a filled out description box, but sometimes I have to pick and choose, and sometimes I pick filming a video, editing it, and uploading it, and not doing the description box. So anyway, I love that so much. And if you guys are ever looking for videos on products, feel free to just search because that works really well too. So now that I showed you a neutral palette, let me show you a fun color one. And I wanted to include some affordable makeup too because not everyone is as crazy as I am and wants to buy every palette. So $5, the Profusion Emeralds palette. This is so good. I know Teresa loves this palette too. So it was one of those brands I think I was sleeping on. I had seen people kind of talk about it here and there on Instagram, and on YouTube, and I was like, cool, you know, and I did buy some Profusion palettes last year, but it didn't really catch my attention. Like, I had them, I did a swatch party video because they have a colorful palette for $5, and they had some other stuff that I picked up, and it was always nice, but it never caught my attention. I never really did a full dedicated video on them. Then I ended up getting bored and decluttered them on my Poshmark. And then I saw this palette and I was like, you know what? I need to try that. And it's so, so good. I recently filmed a video with this palette, so I will link it for you guys. But if you're on a budget, I would recommend Profusion. Okay, so the next one I want to talk about is this guy from Artist Couture. Who's surprised that I'm talking about this? I'm obsessed with this palette. It's so, so cute. I basically love all the neutral palettes in this video for the same reason. But the crazy thing is, like, when I first got into makeup, the Urban Decay Naked palette was really like the only big neutral palette that everyone was talking about. But neutral palettes have come so far, and this is one of those. It's like, it's neutral, but it has that cool, like, Supreme olive green shade. Even the new Sydney Grace palette, I really wanted to throw in this video, but I felt like it was too soon. I also really like the sleek packaging. I like that it is owned by a YouTuber. It's a YouTuber brand. Happy to support. This was the first thing that he did that really appealed to me, but this one is the one that spoke to me, so I was very happy to support the brand. And it's gorgeous. Like, these metallics just glide onto my lids. Even though I love wearing colorful eyeshadow like this, I know that that's not always the case for you guys. And so if you guys are bougie and you love neutrals, definitely check out the Supreme Nudes from Artist Couture. Okay, since I'm kind of going back and forth between colorful shades and neutrals, I have to mention the Cleona Cosmetics Stained Glass collection. Now, some of these other ones don't pay attention to because they're not part of the Stained Glass collection, but I love my Vibrant Multichromes. I just love this whole collection. If I could have a palette full of the Cleona Stained Glass line, I would. They are pricey though, and there's definitely a wait to get them. And I like high-end, I like drugstore, I like indie. So I wanted that to be reflected in my mid-year favorites, so I had to show one of my favorite indie brands in this video, and I will link my swatch party video. The multichromes are bomb, and honestly I feel like Cleona makes my favorite multichrome formula. I would love to buy more, but I'm very happy with the ones I have. So okay, so the next palette I want to show you guys is the Rosa palette. I mean, I told you guys this was probably one of my favorite palettes of 2020 so far. It's true, I really like this, and I'm so excited because some of you have bought this based on my review, which makes me so happy, but it's so stunning. The packaging's beautiful and everything about it is so great. The color story, like I said, neutral palettes have come a long way since the Urban Decay Naked palette, and it's definitely a good thing. I love the brush in this. It was my first Sigma eyeshadow palette in a long, long time. I hadn't tried anything new from them in some time, so I'm so pumped that I own that and I love it. Between Supreme Nudes, Sigma Rosa, and Natasha Denona Bronze, and the new Sydney Grace Summer Days palettes, I'm like covered for neutrals. Those are like my 4 holy grail neutral palettes if you guys are on the hunt for neutral eyeshadows. Okay, the next palette, I have to talk about the Uneasy palette, you guys. I love this palette so, so much. You guys know I am a stan of ABH eyeshadow palettes, and this one did not disappoint. I know a lot of people were apprehensive because it has the 2 pressed glitters. A lot of people kind of said it was the modern renaissance. It's kind of like the soft glam, but I still feel like, and I'm a sucker, I'll tell you right now, a pop of blue gets me every time. But this shade Barb is amazing. I just really love this palette. I love the packaging. I like the vibe. I don't even really like the collaborator that much. I'm not gonna lie, like Uneasy is not somebody that I follow that closely, but she knows how to make a good product. Let's not forget the Uneasy highlighter that everyone went nuts over like 2 years ago. I love the palette. I can't wait to see what ABH comes out with next as far as eyeshadow. And I just love that palette so, so much. So that is part of my 2020 favorites. Then I have two things left, and I don't know which one should we talk about first. The Escape Pod. So this is the Kaleidos Escape Pod palette. This was sent to me in PR. So I knew this palette was in the works because I had tagged Kaleidos in my Deep Sea Luster palette videos and pictures and stuff like that. And they're like, well, we're not gonna bring Deep Sea Luster back, but we have a big palette coming. And I was so excited. I knew it was gonna come out early this year. And then Voldemort happened and we were all like, ugh. And I was like, oh, no, I'm so excited. But they pulled it off. They launched the Escape Kit and they were so kind and sent this to me. I would have totally bought this palette if they hadn't sent it to me, but I'm so glad I got it because I was able to kind of review it for you guys before it launched. And I just love this palette. I love the formula. I love the color story. I just think it's so fun. It's one of the funnest color stories that have launched in 2020 for me, because I was thinking about what products I wanted to feature in this video, and I'm like, why do I have so many neutral palettes and not that many colorful palettes? And I mean, I definitely feel like I try more colorful palettes than neutral palettes, but I feel like 2020 so far has been the year of neutral palettes, and I'm okay with it because I like both. So I feel like I can jump from neutral to color and color to neutral and neutral and color all day long. So I love that Kaleidos palette and it's so fun. So if you guys want to see a full video on the collection, again, check the description box. I have videos on all of this stuff. So it should be easy to find. It's so fun. I can't wait to see what they do next, honestly. So the last product that's in my favorites of 2020 so far is, drum roll please. Okay, I'm gonna stop. McGrath Divine Rose 2. Holy shit. Can palettes give you orgasms? I don't think so, but if there was a palette that could, it might be this one. I was so stinking excited when they announced this palette because, listen, I thought Divine Rose 1 was a fucking snooze fest, and you can come for me all you want, but I understand. You know, that one is like the most neutral, everyday palette in the Pat McGrath line, and I get it. I get why you love that palette. Trust me, I do. But this palette, to me, is what I expect from Pat McGrath every time. It's just a little bit unique, a little bit of a twist. It's still neutral enough for me where I could wear this on a daily basis, no freaking problem. But oh my god, she did a multi-chrome, that hot pink. The fact that you can wear these shades on your face, like you can wear this as a blush, you can wear this as a highlighter. I even watched Pat McGrath's masterclass where she put this on a deep tone girl as a blush, and I like lost my freaking mind. I'm about to put that on my face. I haven't done it yet, but it looks so good on a deep complexion. So if you have a deep complexion, please try it out and let me know, because I was blown away. Like the multi-chrome just like took over. Oh, it's so good. It was so good. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I think makeup palettes can give you orgasms. I don't know that we can scientifically prove this, but if you guys agree with me, leave a drip emoji for me. That will make me laugh because nobody else will know what the fuck I'm talking about unless they watch the video to the end. So I love me my Divine Rose 2. So happy we have Divine Rose 2. I love it so much. And that is it for my 2020 makeup favorites so far. Let me know what your favorite makeup product of 2020 is so far down in the comments. And please head over to Teresa's channel and give her a big ol' Makeup Savage hug and a kiss and a comment, because that always makes all of our days brighter. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will catch you guys in my next video soon. Bye!